here to a crazy and busy week. There's a nice home-cooked breakfast. It's been far too long since I've sat down and done this, and it's so much better for you than stuff you get at any of the local chains, to be sure. Hey buddy, I know you like destroying things, but maybe not destroy the tennis ball, or whatever the world that is, the 5 times size tennis ball. Hobbsies. What do you say? Hobbs. Can you just leave the ball alone and not skin it? Uh-oh. It's a Sunday, and it's probably going to be the last ride I get to take of the season. And it's always bittersweet. I've already got the Street Glide put away at one of the local dealerships. And I'm going to take out the Softail Slim today, I think. I've got the GoPro, so should be able to get some motorcycle footage. The girls have been down in Wisconsin, and I've had some different events I had to attend this weekend, so I couldn't go along. So, grabbing my key fob, and we'll get at it. If you're asking yourself, why Charles City, Iowa? I understand. But it's important for me to point out that the best pork tenderloins undisputably come from Iowa. Of course, I might be a little bit biased, but that's why we're headed down to Charles City. As we leave the Rochester area and head down towards Iowa, we're on a pretty straight stretch of Highway 63 in order to get there. And I'm thinking about a lot of the riders that come from other areas of the U.S., and they talk about how the plains are extremely boring to ride through. And I can sympathize with that, especially on non-technical straightaways. But there's a couple of things that I'll point out. Number one is in the summertime, the green that you see is beyond beautiful. And believe me, I appreciate, the starkness and the rockiness of Wyoming, getting into Utah. These are a different type of beauty, but the fertility of the lands and what they can produce and the woods, they're all just absolutely beyond belief beautiful. The other thing that I'll say as we're traveling through this first town, getting into Iowa, is it's kind of fun to think about the different things that go on in these towns. To look off on the side of the road, see some of these old farmhouses, and think about the history of what these places have seen. And yeah, that's very true in other areas. Route 66 and the trip Kurt and I took comes to mind. But it's different. The scenery and the lifestyle of the people that lived in this area is going to be very different than those that you're seeing in, say, Arizona. So I like to think about those things as I go through these towns as well. rolling into Charles City, and I really can't say enough just how much I appreciate the architecture and the old buildings in these towns. They're scattered all along Iowa and Wisconsin and Minnesota. You can really, if you look off to the side, see a little bit of what I mean. You know, you can just imagine some of the old fraternal organizations being on the second floor of some of these business buildings. Just amazing. Off to the left, we have the Cedar River, which actually flows down to my hometown of Cedar Rapids. And you can see that we're just passing the pub and getting ready to park. Now, in front of you, you see my friend Tracy. Behind me, we had our good friends Jazz and Callie with us as well. It was just truly what the soul needed as far as getting a refreshing ride on this beautiful Sunday. Headed down to New Hampton. I've got quite the crazy beard. Found out that our favorite tenderloin place doesn't serve on Sundays, so off to something else. That I managed to get out for one last ride this season. I did a lot of my trips early in the year, and I think I may have said this before on the channel, but I think it's going to be so true that by the time we hit midwinter, it's going to feel very long. And you know, this year there's lots and lots and lots of things going on. I don't see an end to that for a while, although by the time I hit December, I am hoping to give up some of my existing commitments. But I already know next year is going to bring some good travel. I don't know that all of it will be on two wheels. I've got to head to Scranton, Ohio, of all places. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it in May, and I've got to check and see when Dayton is. If Dayton is roughly in the same time frame, you might see me at Hamvention. So, with all of that said, I think this is probably a good place to stop this particular episode. Thank you again for stopping in at Merc Vapor Adventures. We're heading into winter, so you're going to see me shift into some other hobbies, although I will be doing some bike building over the winter. I'm going to continue to try to get out videos weekly, but I'm not going to sweat it if I'm not able to. This one's coming after a couple weeks since my last one. It's just going to sort of be the way it is. I'm not here to monetize or do anything like that. I'm just here to try to share my life and inspire those that are watching. And I'm very appreciative of those of you who keep coming back to the channel. Hit like, click subscribe, hit the bell. That'll help, especially if I don't manage to get the videos out every week. And even though I'm not here to monetize, it is nice to know that there's good reason for me to create these videos. So tell your friends, and we'll see you next time. And as I always say, remember to see the beautiful things that are around you every day.